Hello friends, welcome back to yet another video on English as it is. And today I'm going to discuss the exact and subtle difference between two non-finite verbs which look alike, gerund and verbal noun. Now, before I take examples to show the exact difference between these two non-finite verbs, let's get the basics about them. And that is both gerund and verbal noun, they will be expressed in terms of verb plus ing pattern. Then number two, gerund will be a combination of verb and noun, while verbal noun will always express the idea of a noun. Then number three, gerund in the verb plus ing pattern will always indicate the idea of singular pattern, while verbal noun can be singular, plural, both. Then number four, remember, since a gerund is a combination of verb and noun, a gerund can be modified by an adjective and an adverb. But a verbal noun must be modified by only the determiners. Then number five, remember that if we want to use preposition, then before a gerund we can use any preposition, but if we want to use any preposition, then we can use only of after the verbal noun. All right, let's now get examples to illustrate these differences through sentences. Now, compare and contrast the first pair of examples. Reading newspapers regularly is good for social awareness, and regular reading of newspapers is good for social awareness. In case of the first sentence, we see the verb plus ing pattern is here, reading, and in the second sentence, it is also reading. So we see that reading is the verb plus ing pattern occurring in both the sentences. Now, in case of the first sentence, reading, we see an adverb regularly that is modifying the word reading. That means this word reading must be a verb. Okay, that's why the reading in the first sentence is gerund. Then look at the second sentence, regular reading of newspapers. So we have the verb plus ing pattern, after which we are getting the preposition of, and then we are getting an adjective regular as well. So a noun can be modified with an adjective, that's fine, but more than that, we are having the preposition of after that verb plus ing pattern. So the second reading is an example of verbal noun. All right, let's now have another pair of examples. So the two examples are, let me do the talking, and talking to the children makes me happy. The verb plus ing pattern is talking in both the sentences. But in the first sentence, or in the first example, we see the determiner the before the verb plus ing pattern. Therefore, the first one, talking, is nothing but an example of verbal noun. But talking in the second sentence, although it is verb plus ing pattern, is not fulfilling any one of these features of the verbal noun. Therefore, it is nothing but gerund. All right, let's get another pair of examples to understand these differences further. Okay, let's now consider sentences like, several readings were needed to understand the message, and such an arguing made me upset. In both the sentences, we see the verb plus ing patterns are readings and arguing. So in the first one, we see that the verb plus ing pattern is already plural because of the s ending, and it is getting modified by determiner like several. So readings in this sentence is verbal noun. Then in the last sentence, the verb plus ing pattern is arguing. Before that, we are getting two determiners. First, an article, and then such. So this verb plus ing pattern is again verbal noun. So friends, that's all about this video on the difference between gerund and verbal noun. And I hope after watching this video thoroughly, you'll be able to differentiate between gerund and verbal noun accurately in your sentences. But remember, whether it is gerund or verbal noun, both can be used as noun and as subject and object in a sentence. And see, whenever we use gerund in a simple sentence, the sentence is fine, but it is more conventional and normal. But when we use verbal noun in a simple sentence, then that sentence becomes more stylistic and advanced. Therefore, use verbal nouns more and more in your simple sentences so that your composition or your writing or your speech becomes more stylistic, advanced, and individualized. And if you found the whole discussion worthwhile, then don't forget to like and share the video. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because from now on, I'll be taking up the grammatical topic of transformation of sentences, simple, compound, and complex. That will help you to enhance your composition in manifold, because you'll be able to write or express a particular idea in different ways, in different sentences. So I hope you'll be enjoying all those videos as well. So I will be right back. Serve your motherland.